You can see the hilltop is a troubled area right now in terms of crime.
Make a right on 149, take 149.
Cut back around.
An EMP weapon.
Local
repeater.
Risk versus reward. Work through it in as many types of conditions as you can. Just from right here, we get a little bit better of a view of where we gotta go. We're gonna try to hug to the northwest of the hospital, and we'll cut back around over into University Place. So you can just make out the Tacoma Dome where we started. Catch a knee. We got all the local EMS, fire department, and police stations programmed in. I knew on the front end that they weren't going to work because they're all digital, which I think should not be allowed. I can use an app on the phone to listen in on them. So nothing crazy going on in Pierce County, north or south. So I could use that as my benchmark to go ahead and make my phone a brick and then pick up and diddy mount. But you have to specifically go into your settings and disable everything about finding your iPhone. That's the only way to do it, regardless of what anybody says that you can't do it. If you turn those settings off, it literally turns it into a brick. Once we get up to higher ground, those noise stations should come in a lot better. Being down here, it's gonna be crap. Same with the Kitsap Police Department. They don't run on Kitsap County doesn't run digital. Good on them. Utilize as much of the shade as we can, help keep that core temp from raising up. Risk versus reward. But I am getting a little hungry, and so we're going to use this trail because there's a grocery store right at the end of it. See if we can't scavenge some food before I eat my food. Stoker 1, Zombie Apocalypse 0. So the highway's right in front of us. I don't know if I want to walk over or if I want to go under. I think we're going to go under It's gonna add a few more minutes, but there's a lot less traffic. This little pond is about dried up. I can see there's a lot deeper over here, so we'll wander about and see what we can't find. Park is one of 2 spots that I have kind of pre-designated to use as a place for some stealth camping. Funny thing about water when it comes to survival is, you know, everybody will tell you, you know, 3 days and you're done. And that's, you know, mostly not an untrue statement. But part of the reason I didn't have a water bottle in my kit and that I only had the smaller grail, there's several places I can find water, whether it's in the city, like in the actual urban environment, or off in a small park like this. Look, why aren't you concerned about having, you know, water right out the gate? You know, you're gonna go down as a heat cat. Or I also remember, maybe it's because I'm a Gen Xer, that I used to go out at, you know, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning after eating some yucky charms and getting out all freaking day. Maybe make it to somebody's yard to drink out of the garden hose once, if I was lucky, but maybe not even that. So, you know, you do have to maintain and have that situational awareness of what your body's going through and when you need to stop and take a break, when you need to catch some shade, and when you need to find some water before it does get too late. But a wise man said, never leave the pool unless you're full. Normally I can hit the repeater from here and nothing coming in on Kitsap either. All right, so we keep moving. We're out of Tacoma proper. Don't need an extra 30% on my VA claim. You don't see that very much in these here parts. made it. We are officially at our destination. Chambers Bay Golf Course. And nice little park here. You know, I think whatever you are attempting to plan for, right? I think ultimately there's 4 things that we have to do, and that's to plan, prepare, execute, and assess. And before you actually execute, and it's real, you need to get out and execute your rehearsals so that you can work through and refine your plans. You can prove your assumptions as being actionable, or if you need to make modifications to it. And you can go through your kit and what you plan on carrying. And there's just all kinds of variables. But if all you do is sit on the couch and you think about it in your head, you will never be prepared as well as you could be if you had just done some rehearsals. So take a day and walk through your plans, you know, whether it's, you know, basic things like evacuating the house in the event of a fire or a tornado, whatever, you know, things that you have to worry about in your location. Whether it's thinking about, as I know many of you do, some sort of grid down, whether it's an EMP or, you know, maybe a physical attack on the infrastructure that causes things to go wrong. Whether it's you know, civil unrest, and you want to try to plan to mitigate those risks. Whatever it is, work through them before you need to. On top of that, work through it in as many types of conditions as you can. You know, today's an absolutely beautiful day. It's a little bit warm, but it's worth going through in the summertime. It's worth going through in the rain, as well as the heat. Don't just rehearse when it's beautiful out, right? We'll do a quick gear dump and begin with the bag that I used. It was just an old Camelback bag from 1997 or 98. So I've had this thing for a long time. It should probably be retired, but whatever. So everything is taped up. Do still have my puffy jacket on the bottom of it from when it was a little bit colder and rainier. I just haven't taken it off. Outside pocket on the right side, and this wear is right. We got a roll of 3M tape, survival blanket, and a tourniquet. Where is left side? Where is left side? We got our tools, most of them anyways, have a Gerber 4-way Bic lighter wrapped in duct tape and some Gorilla Glue. Already seen the grill and the radio. I'm going to also put in a pair of pliers, specifically ones that are hardened and that can be used to cut barbed wire or, you know, any kind of chain link fence. Got a Ziploc bag with a roadside flare. Ziploc bag with baby wipes. Ziploc bag with a change of socks. Ziploc bag with not 1 but 2 chem lights. 1 MRE with just the meal itself and spoon. And 2 drum liners, heavy duty. And then on the front, notepad and marker, also with duct tape. And so ultimately, you know, is it too much kit? Probably so, you know, but you think about all of the things that you may face and you try to work through them. You know, I would feel absolutely comfortable, depending on how contested the environment is, with absolutely no kit whatsoever. Like, it's not a big deal to walk through a city with nothing. People do it literally each and every single day. People walk out through the woods each and every single day, but it's also true that Murphy comes knocking each and every single day. And so if you're not prepared, if you're not ready to be able to execute those immediate action drills when Murphy comes, well, then you're going to find that you're going to get bit in the ass. Let me know what you think about the execution of this rehearsal, as well as the contents of the kit, and we will keep this conversation rolling. As always, until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked. Hey, yeah, man, need a ride. Team, if you want to master your craft and develop your tactical virtue, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you can stay up to date on future content. Consider becoming a channel member. It's going to give you exclusive access to content not available to anybody else. I appreciate you guys. Until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.